You're listening to Diagnosing Sitcoms and Movies, the DSM podcast. We help make mental health more comfortable by using Black movies and shows we know and love and culture to remove stigma. So join our convo with your host, Courtney Copeland, licensed mental health counselor,
and Dr. B, licensed professional counselor.
What's poppin', people? Today we are talking about the 2001 John Singleton directed film, Baby Boy.
Baby boy, you stay on my mind, but you nothing to see. Baby, what's the deal? Yes, this is a good movie.
I really wasn't expecting
it. What? That it was a good movie?
No, that you were going to bust out into song.
Always, huh?
Anyway, because I'm sure everyone wants to know, how old were you when this film came out?
It's in the 2001. I was 11.
This is the first time that I actually agree with you. Like, we was too young to be watching this movie.
Absolutely. The fact that I had to take a moment to be like, what? The first time? How many inappropriate movies have we diagnosed at this point?
None.
That were just, oh. Okay.
I just feel like I have such real opinion now as an adult about this film.
Okay, I'd like to hear that.
And the things that happen.
All right, so where you want to start?
Like what Glorilla said, that your mama raised a fuck boy, I should slap him. Because that's how I feel.
But did she, though?
He's not a fuck boy?
He is. However, she did what she needed to check him. And was real with him.
Did she? We all love Jody's mama. We do. She raised a fuckboy.
Is that what happens when there's not a man in the house?
No, I think that she just raised a fuckboy. This here grandma house. Why I gotta leave the nest if you ain't never left?
Shit, son. That's true.
You let your son talk to you like that?
Yeah.
She never grew up and he didn't either.
And that's where the problem lies.
Here we are.
That, and you know what?
And I couldn't grasp that at 12.
We got a lot of fuckboy girls and boys running around here because there's a lot of parents that are like,
I think fuckboy is gender neutral.
Is it?
I think you can be a female fuckboy.
What? You don't like fuck
I
girl?
stand on that. No, that doesn't give the same je ne sais quoi.
Oh,
that's a female fuckboy. Mm-hmm. Put that in the DSM. Mm-hmm. It's gender neutral.
Gender. Got it.
Gender fluid.
Fluid. Mm-hmm. It go.
Anywho. Please tell me some more of your quotes from this film.
Well, of course. At the very beginning, I never paid attention to the beginning of the movie like I did this time.
Yes, because why does it open with him in a womb as a grown man?
Right.
Why did we need that, John Singleton?
Because this is the symbolism of actual baby boy and how they broke it down.
So grown-ass Tyrese needed to be butt-ass naked in a fake womb, screaming underwater.
It's art. It was very artsy. It was given that, this is how he broke it down was like, the boy, what does he call his friends? His boys. What he call his home? The crib, right? And so being in the womb was necessary.
I think just because you say it like this does not make it deep.
Like what you did there. Anyway. Taraji always has the best ones. And I feel like her particular one is always when she's in an argument or fussing at Jody.
There were so many times.
There were so many times, exactly. So she was like, you've been fucking around, and as if she could smell his dick. Like,
let me smell your dick.
Yeah.
Let me smell your dick. You been all busy. Let me smell your dick. I can tell.
Knock your ass out.
Smelling dick is crazy.
Crazy work. Crazy.
If I have to smell dick to believe you, I think I should just leave.
Honestly, though, like, that relationship was toxic as fuck. Because when I think about some of the things that she was having to say to him anyway.
I lied to you because I care about your feelings.
Right? But the way he explained it to her, I don't know why. Maybe it's the fuckboy in me
If you say, okay.
that I understood. I understood what he was saying. He's like, I love you, but I also like to fuck other people. Sometimes. You always going to be the main one. I just happen to like to fuck somebody every once in a while.
From time to time.
From time to time.
Oh, well, moving on. $40.
I let it go for about $40. $40?
That is the best line ever.
That's the best line in the movie.
Honestly though, because every time something is $40.
Squeeze my tiny ass into this. What you think about this girl? I say she's hoes up in here. Cute.
Cute. Girl, and if it's not $40, I'm still gonna say $40.
$40?
Yes, that is the
Killing
best.
me, man.
Killing me. But then, and I think this is maybe because of John Singleton, but it's like there's moments where Jodie actually has these profound moments and like of work or life itself, because even how he describes like working for the boss, like working for the man, and like he no longer wants to be the consumer. And so for him to have that realization and then starts selling boot.
Buyers and sellers.
I mean,
guns and butter.
That he decided he wanted to be the seller.
I think that his mom and Monique really put him on though.
They really did.
Like they really schooled him and gave him everything that he needed to know starting out. And that was part of my frustration was, okay, you gave him all of that while you wasn't even paying attention playing cards. Had you invested a little bit more time into guiding this young man's mental in that regard a little bit more, maybe he wouldn't be such a fuckboy. You see how he took that and ran with it? Now, imagine if she'd have gave him some act right.
I don't know. I felt like he had it there. He just wanted to be hard-headed too, though. He had to be Jodie. He had to have it be his way.
Jodie, my Jodie.
He's such a mama's boy.
I know you still live with your mama. I don't want to hear that. But then move out, nigga. She can't tell people that you live with your mama if you don't live there.
Right.
He on the phone talking about, yeah, I know you still living with your mama. I don't want to hear that shit.
Move the fuck out already.
I stole my car, Jodie.
How you steal your own car? And then when she called him, was like, I need my car. Your car? Nigga, come get me. What do you mean? Stop playing on my phone. Yeah, me and Jodie definitely would have threw hands at some point, which is probably why she was smacking up on him that time and got
did.
that black eye.
They did.
Damn.
Again, not healthy.
Not at all. Very toxic. Very.
But you understand them.
I understand them though. I only said I understood the part about I'm going. Anyway, what are your quotes? I mean, you've been throwing them a little around in there, a little razzle dazzle. You got anything?
As I do, I sprinkle me, man. I'm not gonna call them bitches. Unstable creatures.
Y'all some unstable creatures. See, I ain't gonna say the B word. I'm gonna say unstable creatures. It's my new word for y'all.
Oh my goodness, this movie so much.
He was just rough for no reason.
But it was hilarious. He was the star. He was the breakout star of the film. Preferably, huh? Preferably in the nose and the mouth.
And for the nose, the mouth. Preferably the nose. It's just soft. Preferably, huh? Nigga, you know what I mean.
When he got mad at that woman because she went and buy that dress. It's like, wow, we're angry because she won't do what we asked her to do. Okay.
Terrible. Mama gotta have a life too. The way I would have been like, man, shut the fuck up.
Why?
You see what's going on. I don't want to hear that right now. See this big ass motherfucker in my house.
Listen, she really was living her best life though.
Oh, that's best life.
She was like, she got to a point where she was like, I'm not dealing with your shit, Jodie.
Oh, so she finally grew up. And then he in turn grew up at the end of the movie too. Oh, so once she stopped being a female fuckboy, he did too? Oh, okay.
I feel like that came from a place of judgment. And as therapists, We listen and we don't
She's
judge.
not my client.
Anyway.
Today, I begin a new life. I'm the master of my abilities. Today is going to be a great and beautiful day.
Mm-hmm.
Today, I begin a new life. For I am the master of my abilities. And today is going to be a great and beautiful day.
What?
I love that affirmation.
It's a hell of an affirmation.
It really is.
And I feel like he believed it when he said it.
You know what? I think I might just make that a shirt or something.
Do that.
I will.
It's a long shirt. I feel like you need small print. Mm-hmm.
Front and then in the back.
That shirt will not be available on our merch site.
Scratch that. Moving along. You always shutting down my dreams,
I
bro.
never said anything.
Stay shutting that shit
Usually I
down, bro.
support you. When you right, you right.
Later, bro.
Fuck your fort.
Built you a little fort, huh? Fuck about your little fort, nigga.
Hey, yo, Snoop, I just love. I love him now, but like then it was like, damn, he was hilarious.
I love all eras of Snoop.
All
Snoop can
eras.
do no wrong to
He
me.
still looks the same. He really does.
Mhm.
The way he diddy bop down them damn stairs, though. I said I can't with him. He is the best.
Because it's so LA to get out of prison and get your curls pressed while listening to Rather Be With You by Bootsy Collins.
I'd rather be with you.
It is, though.
Yeah.
So LA.
I love that for him.
Yes. I think I was
Except
really,
for the attempted sexual assault. So
yeah, I was
we
about to
can't
say,
breeze
I
past
think
that.
That part just got a little awkward for me. Because I was like, damn, nah, Snoop. He's
I wanted to be like, Taraji, if you don't fling his little ass off you, as skinny as Snoop.
okay. Golly. That was scary, though. I was like, oh. I like, even when I first saw the movie, I was like, this isn't gonna be good.
When you were 11?
Yeah, I was like, this isn't gonna be good. This man just came from prison. No. And I actually really did want him to come and whoop his ass and like kick him out.
Who?
That
So
didn't
you
happen.
wanted Jody to come
Jody.
whoop?
I wanted Jody to come whoop Rodney ass. But then I was like, Jody ain't gonna whoop nobody ass.
Mm-mm.
He had to go get his friend to beat them kids up.
I got jumped by some little niggas, P.
Hey, get out here, Jody. What happened?
No, hell no, Jody. What happened? I got jumped. You got jumped? By who?
Some little niggas.
Wait, what? And the way they
And
lined
they
them
stole
up.
my bike.
And my look. What?
Could you go get my gun?
What? I was so embarrassed for him. And the way he rolled up on that and fell out in the living room. You would have thought he got shot. Or when he actually thought he got shot.
I thought I was dead.
That was so dramatic.
He was so dramatic.
Like, he was. Very. Like, a part of me wish he just at least got his ass whooped or something. What?
But I feel like it couldn't have been through with Rodney because Rodney wouldn't have fought him fair. Rodney would have had all the rolling 60s pull up. Then they'd have jumped him.
I mean, because the way that he rolled by. So wait, time out. So when he came, he was in Taraji's car. That's why he was like, there go about.
You just.
Oh, man.
All right, guys. So, anywho,
was
let's get into this diagnosis.
The diagnosis. Well, see, I think we should write a letter to the DSM and ask them if they would kindly add fuckboy as a diagnosis. I think we've diagnosed a few at this point.
Mm-hmm. And we need to make sure that there is a clear differential diagnosis between the criteria between player-hating dickhead and fuckboy.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. Because the symptoms can mirror, but they're not the same.
Right. Exactly. You know, like social anxiety could look a lot like general anxiety, but it's not the same.
Exactly. In certain settings.
Yeah.
If you don't fully address for PTSD, it can show up as a lot of other issues.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of our young people are diagnosed with ADHD, unfortunately.
Yeah, because it does mirror a lot of other things.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Or conduct disorders. Yeah.
Well, that's racism.
Okay, so I don't think that I actually have. Now, if I was to say for Jody,
Jody, my Jody.
Jody, my Jody. If I were thinking, do you think that like he has like an attachment disorder?
Yes.
Is that okay? I was about to say, is that reaching? Because I do feel like he does have, but that's stress related. So then the only thing that is missing, especially for diagnosing him, is the fact that we don't have the larger story of like what happened to his dad. Like, not
only his dad, I think his dad is very briefly even referenced at all.
Right.
I'm far less concerned about his dad as I am with his older brother, who was kicked out and then killed because he continuously referenced, was his older brother's name Ray? It was something like that.
Yeah.
But he continually referenced his older brother and was like, oh, you want me to end up just like him, or you did it to him, so now you're going to kick me out, mama. She was like, did nobody even fucking say that? What you talking about? But I think that he was living in that constant state of fear of having a similar experience of whatever did happen to Ray. So I really would like to explore that a little bit more, either with him or with him and the mom as a family. Because it definitely seemed like it had some lasting effects, and definitely we could potentially be looking at some complicated bereavement as a result of that loss, because it definitely seems like it wasn't fully processed, and that he was younger and he felt that Ray almost was his fate.
Yes, because there was a lot of that, like that comparison, and like if you kick me out the house, my mama die. And I think that also, like you said, played into the fear of him getting that independence that he needed. He operated like he was independent at times, but he still feared his own independence and being on his own because he feared he was going to die.
Can I ask you a rhetorical question?
What?
Do you think this is what separation anxiety looks like in adulthood?
Well, then, yes and no. I feel like that's when we get to that place of
Oh, it's not a rhetorical question because I actually expected an answer. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know.
A real question?
Yeah.
Continue.
I'll take it. It's giving dependency. Right? Yeah, I think that's where we get to that place of dependency once we're not able to fully address the separation anxiety. And then that also brings in attachment styles too, right? Because clearly he has an anxious attachment style for sure. And with that, I think again that ties back into that anxious feeling, that worry of dying. So I have to stay attached. But then his attachment style with his girls, like when I say girls, I'm talking about his baby mama
and Peanut. Why they name that girl Peanut?
Peanut and Yvette. And so it's like with them though, that's where it felt disorganized. Or what's the other one? Detached, right? Because he wasn't really giving them a lot of like solid feelings, like security. He wasn't able to give them that sense of security, which is why they both were constantly questioning him and felt, insecure about their position in his life because that attachment style was there.
Would you say that it was enough to be dependent personality disorder for Jody?
Yeah.
I feel like there's definitely some criteria. I feel like we would have to kind of go through the specific criteria for that disorder. But I definitely feel like there is some things as far as just like the not feeling comfortable, like constantly looking for somebody to take care of him type thing. And if you mad at me, then I'm gonna just go over to this woman's house. You mad at me, I'm gonna go over to this woman's house. You mad at me, I'm gonna find Pandora and tell her that she can't suck dick no way. Get your black ass back in the house.
Like, what was that? Like, did he just want to see that he could actually get her? And she was aggressive as fuck.
I think Jody 2 months ago would have loved that.
Mm.
Had she caught him 2 months earlier, him and Pandora, we said, I just love that bitch.
I don't want to. We just need to fuck. Like,
cause she knew that he was a fuck boy.
Fuck boy, what you gonna do?
She was like, you have nothing to talk about. You have no money. You driving your girl car. Like,
Well,
but I heard you got good dick. What's poppin'? Peanut got to that same place too. She was on the phone like, if I want some dick, maybe I'll call you. Other than that, get off my line.
Yes, but then it's like, but I still feel some type of way about the women that associate themselves with that, because then it's like, aren't you taking your standards to a certain place if you're allowing that man to?
If you're allowing someone to play the game with you and you are actively a participant in the game, like I feel like Peanut was lowering her standards for a while with actually entertaining him. She's coming over, she's cooking for him, she rolling up. He busting into her house while she in the shower, talking about, I'm hungry. Hi.
Yeah.
What? Like that part, but I feel like once it is, no, you serve this purpose in this role in my life. You have this amazing skill. I will utilize that skill when needed. Other than that, I don't feel like we have anything that we need to discuss unless it involves our child. So I feel like Peanut kind of came into herself by asserting that.
So then did Yvette like kind of not lose herself in that situation?
Hell yeah, she lost herself.
Yeah. But then she had the happy ending, right?
If that's what you call it.
Oh.
I am very tired of women having to go through hell in order to get what presumes a happy ending. Because he's still broke. He's still like...
I mean, according to the movie, they're at the lake, having a picnic, playing spades or whatever they're playing.
He still live with his mama.
You don't have to. But based off of the ending scene, it says life is great. It says that he got his shit together.
It sounds like they had a good picnic.
It sounded like it gave, his mother's garden was very tended to or whatever. And
the garden was beautiful. Okay, so the garden was beautiful. The garden was the healthiest thing in the movie.
Yeah. I mean, I hate that we couldn't grow weed back there, but yeah. Yeah, it was.
He tried.
He did try.
He tried it.
He tried it severely. And it was like, she was about to go off on Jody. And the next thing you know, when it's his, it's like, all he had to do.
Oh, so because it's his, it's fine, huh? He was mad about that.
Yeah,
he didn't like that.
As she was about to get dick down, then she knew it. And it was like, okay, it was fine because you were ready to fine. Dickmatized is what that was.
Female fuckboy.
Oh, really? I just really don't want to give her that title.
Oh, okay, because I've already diagnosed her.
Oh, shit. I'm gonna write a letter.
I wonder how you would treat. How would you treat fuckboy?
How would I?
Yes, how would you treat fuckboy? What
What
treatment modality would be effective for fuckboy? It's given CBT. It's given cognitive
DBT.
Oh,
dialectical behavior.
We need some interpersonal effectiveness.
Yes, like we need that reflection, that mindfulness,
getting out of emotional mind.
Yes, emotional regulation. Because there was times that he got angry about things that it was just like, wait a minute, why are you angry about this? Like, you're the one that's messed up in this situation, yet you're showing the most aggression, right? And so I feel like I would work.
You black my eye too, baby.
Yeah, like take accountability for your things, or like if she's telling you to leave and you're scaring her and your son is crying, like there has to be a moment where you become a little bit more self-aware and saying, okay, how am I contributing to this environment? How am I contributing to this situation? And so for him, it was just like, he was so adamant of having his way when he wanted it and how he wanted it. Like he couldn't understand others and how his actions not only impacted him, but how it impacted others. So for me, I would work with him on his self-awareness and his mindfulness. Calm down. Censor yourself. Find your calm.
I give you that. You did your big one. You did that. I see what you did there. I like it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then I gotta ask you, how would you work with Jody's mom?
The same fucking thing. She's a female fuckboy. Apparently, a fuckboy can be hereditary, or maybe learned behaviors.
I think learned behaviors.
Because yes, I would definitely say it is definitely nurture versus nature.
Yeah.
Because once she grew the fuck up, he did too, or he began to.
He began to.
Because we don't have proof.
Right.
That picnic is not proof for me. It maybe for you.
It's Hollywood.
It's a good sign. It's not enough for me.
It's giving Hollywood happiness.
And I love that for them. And it also could be fake, just like Hollywood.
True shit.
So with that said, I definitely think that fuckboy is something that is a learned behavior. And so the way that you just so eloquently and beautifully laid out treatment plan for Jody, I think we would try to align that with treatment for mom, and then try to maybe incorporate some family as well, because him and Melvin got to an okay place, but there's clearly still some dynamics there that could be worked out as a family with him getting put in the sleeper.
I fucks with Melvin though.
You like the chokehold?
I think he needed to be put in a chokehold. Everybody need to be put in a chokehold once in a while. Get you some act right. Because sometimes they'll act right button right here. That's why you got to chop niggas in the throat. You know what I'm saying?
Preferably, huh? Right here. Right here. Here.
Right here.
Here. Because we in LA. Here.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it choke your ass up.
Yeah. Call your mama. Call your mama.
Mom. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Call for your mama.
But
we definitely saw Melvin go to a PTSD episode, though. He definitely was triggered. He started smacking himself in the head. You trying to fuck with it?
He was like, I'm not going back to. Not going back. But yeah, that's. But Melvin was probably the best thing that actually happened to this family, because I think like he was the man that was gonna be like, hey, enough of this shit. I'm here.
And he hid the gun. He a real one.
Yo, that's the part. He didn't even say. He came in there, took that joint with the handkerchief,
wipe off the fingerprints,
walked on out of there. Man, we all need a Melvin in our life.
I'll be damned if you cooking in my kitchen naked.
I need a Melvin in my life. Let me speak for myself.
Can you imagine that bacon grease popping you? Ooh.
That's a hard body. You ain't feel it? Hard body. What grease? You said you want some eggs.
Drinking all the Kool-Aid.
Let me tell you something. That man walk around like that, I've been just like her.
Daddy's home to stay.
Okay. Well, because he made me breakfast, Jody. Please believe me.
Hated when she said that.
Oh my gosh. He took her out on a date.
Squat. Yeah.
Squat. Hey. Listen. Let me go. I need to find me a minute. Let me get on. Where my phone?
The prison dating website?
Yeah. Shit. You find me a pen pal. Hold on.
I think though the while Melvin was egregiously triggered during the fight in the house when he sent Jody through that muffin glass table.
Whew, yeah.
Hilarity. No, domestic violence is not funny.
No.
But no, because Jody was 20, so that meant he was a grown man.
That was a fight. Yeah.
That he lost. Jody lost.
Yeah.
Yes. But anyway,
Jody's getting his ass whooped in this movie. Damn.
But you so big and bad to punch me. That's a bet. You ain't swing on Snoop. Anyway, Melvin was able to kind of self-regulate afterwards. And so I would not be surprised if Melvin had not received some level of treatment when he was in prison.
I mean, that's nice because that don't happen for everybody.
It doesn't. But it does happen often. I know some people that they got some skills in it. It wasn't rehabilitated because that's not what prison really does. It's exploitation and, you know, oppression and control and, you know, all of the things. I would not be surprised because he was able to self-regulate and get to a place then to just hold him on.
That's
hold
true.
me tighter.
Again,
You just beat the shit out of my son. Please, just hold me.
I just need me a milk and that's it. If you're listening, give me a call. You so sick of me. But listen, so we didn't get into the fact of Francis. Wessling?
His name was Francis, or her name was Francis Cress Welsing.
Yes.
Come to find out, like she did her big one too. She was out here writing a book. She was doing some things.
She was.
Yeah. I would have liked a more in-depth like they could have played her explaining her theory, and it would have set better with me because Tyrese explaining it was him butt naked in the womb. I just don't see why that was necessary.
I mean, yes. Again, I just think it was poetic, and it was art. But what I like about this psychologist is that, you know, she did have her theories about the Black family and how, you know, some of the things that are caused by white people or was caused by white people, we also still have our dealings in it that we have to take accountability for as Black people too.
That we perpetuate.
Okay. And but she was actually she did have a lot of criticism because she was, like, I guess some people would say she had her extreme beliefs that Black people had supernatural powers. And
we're not superheroes?
I can't say that I disagree with her. I mean, but that
was
her major criticism.
Where's the lie?
She said that we have extrasensory perception.
And do. The ability to what white America calls code switch. You have to be able to perceive the situation, navigate within yourself how you want to approach it, and then execute. And then also not lose yourself within presenting that.
The other thing that she also got
I'm a superhero.
Criticized. I am. The other thing she got criticized for was she felt that homosexuality amongst African Americans was a ploy by white males to decrease the Black population. That's...
I'm going to give that a sign at a time.
Moving along.
We're allies, so we can't agree.
Yeah, I can't agree with that. Everything else definitely could get my backing. All right, so who else we got next? I mean,
Yvette.
All right.
Yeah. Child.
Well, I could give her PTSD. That whole situation.
I can give prayer and thoughts to Yvette, and I feel like that's all I can give her.
She had 2 traumatizing experiences. She had a physical domestic situation with her baby daddy, and then a guy that came home from prison that, like, shacked up in her house for a couple of weeks.
Did she perceive that as a trauma?
You're right. So
the only time I saw her distress was when she said, "He don't love me no more." Oh my God, he don't love me no more.
No, the
Get
abortion.
Get out of here.
The abortion.
No, that's just you coming down off the drugs.
That's another, but that's something else.
She had a lot of shitty things happen. Did she perceive any of them as trauma?
Probably not. But most people, and see, that's the thing about trauma, and then like what pop psychology now, everything that people go through is now trauma and traumatic instead of it actually just being life circumstances or events, right? Or adversity. Adversity is actually meant for us to, like, you know, overcome and get through something, right? And grow. But then if we call everything trauma, then when is there actually something that we need to learn from a situation versus it being traumatic? So for her, I feel like maybe even the abortion, it could have been a traumatic experience. However, it also could have been something that she learned from. Was that her second one?
I was about to say it also was not her first. So she ain't learning too much.
That's true.
And she was pregnant at the end of the movie.
Hot damn hole, here we go again. With the fucking lemon heads. I was like, this nigga
Who choose lemon heads? You suck lemon heads. You don't on lemon heads.
What? Do it again.
You know how I am about sounds. That shit was like, what? Why the fuck are you chewing fucking lip?
I immediately got me a box of lemon heads and did exactly that.
You diabolical fiend.
It hurts, actually.
It should. It's not made for that.
Got stuck in my teeth.
I know no way he has any feelings left. Pulled them all out.
And did. So, so there's no diagnosis for Yvette. What about a prognosis?
A life of misery. No, okay, so we're saying that, okay, so I'm doing too much. It's me. I'm the problem. I'm projecting here. No, I am allowing my bias to cloud my judgment right now, and I need to stop as a professor. I mean, as a professional. I'm not a professor. You're the professor. But if we are saying that as female fuckboy got better, her son fuckboy started to get better, I think that the best prognosis is for the son. I feel like Yvette and Jody, until they can learn how to communicate in a more healthy level, because I think the biggest issue between them is the way that they communicate with one another. And even if we can say lack of communication, it's just a lot of yelling at each other. It's a lot of, I hate you. And nothing is being said.
Yeah.
And then when things are being communicated, it is kind of tit for tat. And no one's really expressing how they truly feel. So I feel like if they can resolve that, then they can have a healthy relationship, because they do have a lot of love for each other. They love the hell out of each other. And I think if they can get to a healthier place of how they handle conflict, how they communicate with one another, and giving each other space when they are upset, they can have a beautiful relationship.
I think so. I also think they should explore an open relationship.
I do not think that is a good idea.
Because the traditional sense of a relationship isn't working for them. It's something worth exploring that is actually comfortable for them and their dynamics. I'm not saying that it has to be what people typically think of or assume happens in open relationships, but perhaps they need to maybe navigate and find out what other types of relationships could possibly be out there for them.
They already had an open relationship when he was fucking Peanut, because she knew that he was fucking Peanut. She just was mad that he was fucking Peanut, but she was well aware. But it does not sound like she is participating in a monogamous relationship, in a non-monogamous relationship. She does not want that.
And that's where the problem is.
I don't think that it's them being together.
Well, that's it.
So if they want to make it work, then they have to agree on that. But I don't think that this is just something that she should try out to make him happy, because there are a lot of Black women who do try to, I'm going to give him a threesome. Maybe he'll stay. Maybe he'll stop fucking other bitches. No. That's not how that works.
That's not at all. Well, there's that. Okay, what about his friend? What's his friend name again?
I have one last question, though.
What?
Why was Pandora the thing that sent her over the edge, though?
What do you mean?
He been in the strip club getting his dick sucked by the strippers. He been fucking Peanut. He been out here. He been doing all of this. Why was Pandora the thing that, oh no, that's where I draw the fucking line, Jody? And he really didn't even fuck her.
Because she was jealous of her. No. It was because she worked with her. That's why.
Oh, so you giving all these bitches at my job a reason to laugh at me.
Exactly. When you do that at my workplace, and now I gotta look this bitch in her face, and I gotta do a project or do whatever with this bitch,
I'm embarrassed.
I'm embarrassed. You embarrassing me. Fuck all them other bitches out there. That's fine. But my business, my professional world, yeah, that shit was.
We need assertiveness training for Yvette. She needs to learn how to communicate, not passively and not aggressively, but assertively.
Yeah, especially with that situation with Rodney. Like, she could have just communicated that assertively to get the fuck out of my house. And you're not welcomed here. But it was very passive.
And like with Peanut, it was very passive to show the tattoo that you got tattooed on your titty, but not say, stop fucking my man.
Or perhaps they were fuck boys too, both Peanut and her.
Peanut evolved. And I think Yvette was choosing. She was displaying female fuckboy tendencies.
She tried, because she was trying to match his level of petty. Like, you hurt me, so I'm going to hurt you with the fuck shit that you doing to me. But she could never.
It's almost like gaslighting.
Yeah. It's toxic as fuck. Hell yeah, they just need to break up. It's draining. This is just draining. That would just be my, hey, y'all just need to call it and just be co-parents. Parent. Yeah.
And you brought up again a wonderful character, one of my favorites from the movie, P.
Yes.
I think that he just needs some maybe career counseling so that he can stop pretending to go to Do Dirty's house and play Madden. Or pretending that he's going to work, look for a job, doing something constructive when he really just over Do Dirty house, playing Madden.
There's a lot of fuckboyisms happening in this movie.
I just think he
was a fuckboy too.
I don't think so. I don't.
The way, what was that whole conversation he had in the kitchen with his girl and her mama?
That's I'm broke and I'm trying to assert my manhood in this house.
That also because fuckboys are always trying to assert their manhood.
Literally. I don't know. I don't have that much experience with fuckboys.
Oh, let me tell you, I should write a book. Anyway.
But if he was my client, I really would just be focusing on career counseling because I feel like that was the biggest issue.
Yeah. He just wanted to find himself and a way to make money.
Yeah, he just wanted to be a productive citizen. And he didn't really have a lot of ways outlined for him to do that were socially acceptable in his environment. And so he would just, go get Jody's bike back from the little niggas that jumped him.
And just rob people.
Or play Madden and do 30. Like I'm doing some strip. Anyway, just wanted to say that this movie gave me a substantial amount of man butt that I definitely appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Quality man butt.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm just thinking about it. Yep. I'm back.
Yeah, I'm really excited though. I'm a little concerned.
Don't be.
It might be time to end the episode. So with that being said, guys. Be sure to follow us on our social media pages at the DSM Podcast. You can also follow and subscribe to our show wherever you get podcasts. While you're there, be sure to leave us a comment because we are counselors and actually care about what you have to say. Until next time, y'all.
Okay, bye, you cinephile.